Hello, everyone. Today we are talking about how to turn your expertise into a premium offer that clients will crave. So, what if I told you that your expertise could unlock six-figure income without burning out? Most experts think that they need to work harder or lower their prices, give those discounts to attract clients, but they're dead wrong. So, in today's video, I'm revealing how you can turn what you already know, okay, your expertise, into a premium offer that clients are desperate to buy or eager to buy. So stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to command higher fees and finally create the time and money freedom that you've been chasing. So, hi there, I'm Heather Blaze. I've spent over 2 decades, I guess, 20 plus years since 1996, helping business owners succeed and helping entrepreneurs just like you turn their knowledge into a thriving six-figure, seven-figure businesses. And my clients have gone from charging hourly rates like 60 bucks an hour, 100 bucks an hour, to closing high ticket offers anywhere from 3,000 to 12,000 that transform their lives and their clients' lives. And believe me, I've been in your shoes. I've been stuck in the trading time for money, the overwhelmed, and just wondering if it was even possible to break free. But I found the answer, and today I'm going to share it with you. So, here's what we're going to cover today. First, we're going to cover why most experts struggle to charge what they're worth and how to overcome that. The second thing we're going to talk about is the three-step framework to craft a premium offer that practically sells itself. And then the third is how to position yourself as the go-to authority in your niche. Okay. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there doing what you do, but how do you stick out? How do you stand out to become the go-to and attract clients who are ready to pay you top dollar? So make sure you watch until the end because I'm also going to be sharing a bonus strategy that helped one of my clients go from 5K months to 30K plus months in just 90 days. So let's start with the biggest mistake that most experts make: charging for their time instead of their value. And I know this is so common because our society teaches us to be workers, right? Teaches you to be an employee, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, work, 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 do, trade your time for money. This is what I call the employee mindset. And what I teach my clients is the empire mindset. We shift, we bring them into a whole new identity. So imagine you're building a house. Like, would you pay the contractor based on how many hours they spend hammering nails? Or would you pay for the quality and the speed of the final product? Like, if they could do it faster, even better, right? So your clients think the same way, because if you're paying them by hour, they might take way longer and then you end up paying more, right? So they don't really care about the hours. They don't really care about your degrees or your certifications or any of that stuff. All they really care about is they care about the results that you can get them. I mean, just think about that for yourself, right? Like, you don't really care if you don't really want coaching, you don't really want to be watching YouTube videos, you want that end result, right? So here's the reality: is when you trade time for money, you're setting the ceiling on your income because there's only so much time in the day. So no matter how many hours you work, there's only that much time. And worse, it forces you to work harder and harder just to maintain that same income level. So this leads to burnout and frustration, which then again leads to you not getting the best results for your clients. Like, it's harder to get amazing results when you're all burnt out and tired. But when you have energy, when you've got time to go deep with them and get them amazing results, right? There's the difference. So one of my clients was a fitness coach and she was charging about 50 bucks an hour, 50 bucks per session, which was about an hour. And she was just exhausted. She was constantly chasing clients and barely making ends meet. And when we shifted her focus from selling sessions to selling outcomes, so in her case, a 12-week transformational program, her income tripled. Okay. She went from $50 a session to 5,000 per client because she finally understood her value. I walked her through a whole bunch of different exercises. It takes about 3 to 4 weeks to really get clear on this. But I basically take all of my clients' knowledge, their wisdom, their expertise, their unique experiences. Everybody's different, right? And we take all of that and bundle it into a high ticket offer, a high ticket package that gets amazing results for their ideal client. So we match the expertise with the outcome that her ideal client would want to achieve, right? So think about it for a moment. Like, what if she just had continued charging by the hour? She'd still be running on a hamster wheel. She'd be trying to book back to back sessions just so that she could stay afloat. So instead, by creating the results driven offer, she gained not only financial freedom, but also the ability to serve her clients on a deeper level. It gave her more time. We also put in a lot of automation into her actual business so she could deliver that result, not completely on autopilot, but really saving her a lot of time. So the truth is, your expertise is priceless. Okay. It's not just about the hours you put in, it's about that transformation that you deliver. So when you focus on selling results instead of time, you open the door to unlimited earning potential. So now let's talk about how to create that offer. How do you create an offer that clients crave, like that? I call it the irresistible offer. This is my 3-step framework that I teach, right? It comes in with promise, three P's, promise, process, and price. So the promise is, what's the ultimate outcome that your client wants? So be really specific and bold. So for example, instead of saying, my clients, I help my clients get better health, you say, I promise my clients will lose 20 pounds in 90 days. And your promise needs to really resonate deeply with your ideal client's desires. Okay. So, but it has to be realistic, it has to be true. And, if they do the work, if they do what you say, what are the results that they're going to get? And I know everybody's a little bit different, but what I often tell my clients is, are they better off with you or better off without you? Right. Because there's a lot of seeds of doubt that come in there. But you want to make it so it's realistic, it's attainable, you're telling the truth, it's authentic, right? And you want to be able to deliver on that promise if they do the work. If they do everything you say, what's going to be that result? Okay. So ask yourself, what keeps them up at night? What's the transformation that they're willing to pay a premium to achieve? So if we go back to that health offer, right? I mean, they might be getting diabetes. They might be in bed with chronic fatigue, not being able to spend that time with their family, not to be able to go on trips, or they might have chronic pain, or, there's all these different things. What do they ultimately want to do once they're over that, right? That you can help them heal. And then let's move into the process. So just laying out a clear roadmap that gives clients confidence that you can deliver. So you want to break this into milestones or steps that they can visualize. So for example, if you're a business coach, maybe your process might include defining a niche or creating a marketing strategy and scaling revenue. And the more tangible and actionable your process, the more trust you can build. So then that's where, by being able to communicate the value effectively, right? And then being able to create that know, like, and trust factor. Like, this is what I help my clients do. Like, we set up a whole system, we set up a whole pipeline, a funnel, you could call it, to get total strangers to find them, call them, and pay them. Create that know, like, and trust factor within 24 to 48 hours. It doesn't have to take a long time. Like, people are like, oh, I need likes, I need followers, I need to build a huge list so that, and it's going to take months and years. No, it doesn't have to take that long. It can take literally weeks to build out the funnel, and then to get them, then you could run ads, right? If you've got your messaging clear, you run ads and drive that traffic and get them to pay you within weeks, depending on what you have. If you're starting from scratch, I'd say 8 to 12 weeks. Okay. So 2 to 3 months, but to build it all out properly so that it actually works. Anyway, getting into the weeds on that thing. So let's go to the third P, which is price. So you need to price your offer based on the transformation, not on the time. And I see this all the time too. I have calls with people every day, and I ask them, that's the first thing I ask them, even before I get on the phone with them, what do you offer and how is it priced? And they all the time, they're like, it's based on whatever price they tell me, right? Usually it's hourly, because people are trained to be workers. So they're always charging by the hour. But if they have kind of figured out like a premium price, they'll be like, oh, it's $9.99 or 1,111, like just because they're into numerology or something like that. And I'm like, well, how did you come up with that price? Right. Because that tells me automatically the price wasn't based on the transformation. If they're saying, oh, it's $1,111, I can tell, okay, they're into numerology, or like it's 8,000 or it's $888, right? Those are always the numerology people. And then there's, or they're like, it's 1,500. And I'm like, okay, how did you come up with that price? And they all, 9 times out of 10, they say, well, it's because, actually even more than that, 99% of the time they're like, it's because I figured it would take me 10 hours working with them for 10, at $90 an hour. Like, it's always still based on price, and I see them 10 times, you know what I mean? $100 an hour and I see them 10 times, it's $1,000, something like that, right? And I'm like, okay, gotcha. But there's a way, right, to figure it out, like a formula, like a recipe, that I also walk my clients through. It takes us about 3 weeks to figure out the price based on the transformation that they provide. It's not just bits and pieces just pulled out of thin air. Like, there's a formula to it. And so premium clients really value those results over discounts. And I see that all the time. People will also price themselves. They'll look around at the competition and they'll just charge a little bit less, thinking that that's going to incentivize people to work with them versus somebody else. But price, people don't care about the price. They care about the result. They care about the transformation, right? So again, remember, like, when you're charging these premium prices, you're also attracting clients who are more committed to getting the results. Okay, I'm just going to let that sink in a little bit, because that's the main thing you want to be looking for. You want people who are committed to getting the results. That's when you can charge a premium price. So think of your offer like a luxury car. Okay. People don't pay $100,000 for a Tesla because it's just a car. They pay for the experience, the innovation, and the prestige. So your premium offer should also, it should feel the same way. It should feel the same way to your clients. So let's take Emily, for example. My client Emily, who is a career coach. I guess she's a career coach. Is she a career coach? Yeah, I'd call her a career coach. That I worked with before. Anyway, before we worked together, she was charging hourly, okay, for resume reviews and interview prep, just getting them all ready so that they could get that dream job. So afterwards, right after we worked together, we crafted an 8-week career acceleration program that promised clients a high-paying job offer within, I can't remember what it was, like within 3 months, I think it was, something like that. And so her clients just loved the clarity of her process and the boldness of her promise, right? Irresistible. Okay, if I'm going to get a job that pays me 100,000 a year, then she can charge how much? If they're going to make 100,000, like, if you could make 100,000, how much would you pay for that? Right? So she went from $100 a session to charging 7,500 a package. And her business has never been the same. It's amazing. She's just like, anyway, it's like time and money freedom. So anyway, here's the truth, right? People pay for premium prices to work with the best. Okay, there's also this like psychological thing that goes on. So to position yourself as the best, you need to show up consistently. You need to share valuable insights and make your expertise undeniable. So this isn't about bragging. It's about your demonstrating your ability to deliver the results. Okay. And one way to do this is by creating content that, like, really good quality content that speaks directly to your ideal clients' pain points and desires. So, a lot of people think that sharing tips and talking about their expertise, their certifications, all this stuff. I constantly talk to people. I've got this certification and this certification, and I'm working on this certification. I'm like, people don't care. People don't care. They just want those results. They don't care about your certifications. They don't care about you. I always say it's like, what's in it for me? WIIFM, right? What's in it for me? That's what people care about. So, the best way to come across as an expert is by being able to explain their current situation and their desired situation better than they can. It automatically makes them see you as the expert that they've been searching for. So consistency is also really key here too. The more they see you as a trusted authority, the more they're the more that they're willing to pay, your investment, like investing in you, in your premium offer. So, my client Alexa is probably a good example of this one. She's a leadership coach. And when we started working together, she was really struggling to stand out. I mean, there's lots of leadership coaches. I don't even know if they call them, life coaches, leadership coaches, whatever coaches, right? What the heck is a leadership coach or even, right? So by implementing a content strategy that really showcased her unique approach, like sharing client success stories, case studies, and hosting free webinars, right? Free master classes that really described her ideal prospect's current situation and the desired situation better than they could. She became the go-to expert for Fortune 500 companies, right? So today she charges 15,000 per client. And it's like clockwork, right? Like she's just like her message just resonates deeply and she just stands out. Like people will be scrolling and they'll just stop the scroll because her content is so good. Does that make sense? So, give me a yes. Give me a yes in the comments if this is all making sense and say hi. Feel free to ask any questions. And if you put your name in there, because I can't see your name unless you give it to me, I will give you a shout out. But another important aspect of positioning your branding, okay, from your website to your social media presence, everything should reflect the high value of your irresistible offer. So if you think about luxury brands like Chanel or Rolex, like they don't compete on price. They're all super expensive, right? They compete on prestige. And your business should do the same. Like when you position yourself as a premium coach, clients will see your offer as an investment, not an expense, right? Especially if you're educating people about something or you're helping them solve a major problem. I mean, think about how much people put down on a house, right? They'll get a loan for a giant house, they'll get a loan for university, right? And probably still have student loans that they're paying off because they're willing to accelerate the learning, right? So that they can get whatever that result is that they get. And there's no guarantee with university that you're even going to use what you learn in university, right? But people will put up a ton of money to do it, to learn. So, here's an advanced tip, okay? Use your social proof to skyrocket your perceived value because this could be stuff like if testimonials, if you have them, you don't need them. If you don't have testimonials with actual clients that you've worked with, you can use character testimonials. So ask friends and family about your character. What do you think about me? And you can use that as a testimonial, or you can use case studies. They don't even have to be yours. They could be a case study that from a competitor or from someone like that, I mean, you don't say that it's yours, you don't lie, but you could just offer the case study. Like, this is what so and so is struggling with, and this is what so and so achieved. And it just so happens that I help people with the same thing, right? Or you could even share milestones from your own journey. Maybe you've overcome something. Like, I have a client who added a simple before and after of her success story. I've got a lot of clients who do this actually to their sales page, and her conversion rate doubled. And even on, Instagram, I've got a client right now. She's helping Latina moms with toxic, with chronic fatigue and toxicity and stuff like that, because they don't teach health and nutrition. Well, they don't teach health and nutrition anywhere really. But that culture, right? She's in that culture. She almost died because she was eating all these like toxic common foods that she loves and that she grew up with, and that, her friends, her family, everybody around her was eating, and she almost died. So, and she figured it out. She got a health coach, and she made it through from hospital to amazing health. And now she has, tons of energy, spending time with her family. She's got the knowledge, the wisdom, the expertise. And she decided that she wanted to create a transformational offer like that for Latina moms. So it's pretty cool. And that's what she did. She shares her story a lot in her social media and, in other things and stuff. So it really, really works. So who else? I don't know. I've got lots of clients like that where they just share their own journey. I have another one that she was struggling with Crohn's disease and is it lupus? I can't remember. I think Crohn's disease for sure, something else. Anyway, now she's like living, thriving. Like she's just thriving. So she's created a valuable high ticket offer around that to help others who are really struggling, um, in life. And it's like, who wants to be that? Who wants to be that way if they don't have the answer? Like they want to thrive too, right? Life is short. So anyway, let's move on to another bonus. So leverage urgency. Okay, urgency is kind of big too. You want to leverage urgency in your offer. So you could do this in many ways. A lot of people do it like with limited spots, or you could offer maybe exclusive bonuses or time sensitive pricing can push premium clients to take action. I just did it the other day. I had one of my coaches offered something. He's like, I'm going to do a test drive for 1500. It's never going to be this price. Only the first three people I think that respond are going to get it. And it's been something that I've been wanting to do for years, probably. I just was like, I don't know. It'll probably take me another year or more if I did it myself, but it was like a done for you thing. So I was like, oh, $1,500 for sure. I jumped on it, right? And I already made my investment back, like not even spending any money on advertising, just putting it out to my list. And yeah, he had it done in like 7 weeks or something like that, $1,500, and already made my money back, already made my investment back. And now it's just bonus after that. Anyway, so it works, right? Time sensitive pricing. Right. And then he did mix me up. Then the next tier, I think he offered, I think it was 2,500 or something like that, or 3,000, and you could break it up into two. And I was like, no, 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 I was your first three. So anyway, it totally works. I know he's already increased the price after the first three, but I made it in there. But anyway, it's a good strategy. So if you're ready to stop trading your time for money and finally create that freedom that you've been dreaming of, then hit the subscribe button now, because I do videos like this at least once a week. And don't wait. Okay, sign up for my free masterclass too, where I reveal the exact strategies that my clients are using to build 6 and 7 figure businesses with premium offers. Again, spots are filling up fast. So click that link below, claim yours today, and the link will be in the description for that. So for today, we talked about shifting from hourly rates to value-based pricing, crafting premium offers that deliver results, and positioning yourself as the go-to expert. Remember, okay, the only thing standing between you and your life that you want, that dream life that you want, is a decision. And the decision is to step into your worth, take action. That's it. Take aligned action, get into a good place, decide what you want, right? Take a step into your worth and take action. Go watch the masterclass. It's going to be the best investment of time that you've ever spent in your business. And stay tuned for my next video where I'll show you how to build a lead generating system that attracts high ticket clients on autopilot. So I will see you there in the next video. You can click on it right here.